In a quiet industrial yard, surrounded by stacked wooden pallets and rusted fencing, a man lived completely alone. Workers passed the area every day. Trucks came and went. But no one noticed what was happening just a few feet away, because hidden in that silence were secrets buried in plain sight. And it would take one survivor to finally expose the truth. Rita Kemper was 36 years old. She lived a difficult life. She struggled with homelessness and addiction, but she was known to be resilient. She moved between temporary places. She relied on instinct to survive. And like many vulnerable people, she trusted cautiously. In late 1996, she met a man who offered something simple: a place to rest, a place to feel safe. It seemed like an ordinary encounter, nothing unusual, nothing threatening. But Rita had no idea that this decision would bring her face to face with unimaginable danger. In December 1996, Rita entered a small trailer near a pallet yard in Baltimore. At first, everything seemed normal. The space was cramped, but quiet. Then suddenly, the situation changed. The man inside attacked her. Rita fought back. She refused to give up. Despite her injuries, she managed to escape. She climbed over stacked pallets. She pushed past barbed wire. And somehow, she reached safety. She went straight to police. Her report would trigger an investigation that uncovered something far darker than anyone expected. Police returned to the isolated trailer. It stood alone beside the pallet yard, hidden from public view. At first glance, nothing stood out, but investigators began searching the surrounding ground. Soon, they discovered disturbed soil. This is where everything began to change. Just feet from the trailer, officers uncovered shallow graves. Inside were the remains of two women. They were later identified as Kimberly Spicer and Cathy Magaziner. Both had disappeared months earlier. Both had lived vulnerable lives. And both had been killed close to the place where the attacker lived. But one detail disturbed investigators deeply. The graves were located only steps from the trailer door. This meant the killer had lived beside them every day. As police continued their work, they gathered physical evidence. They documented the burial sites. They interviewed witnesses. And very quickly, one person became the center of their investigation. But this detail would later become crucial. The man living in the trailer was 41-year-old Joe Metheny. He worked as a forklift operator and security guard. He lived alone. He kept to himself. Neighbors described him as quiet, unremarkable. But according to court records, Metheny had experienced major personal loss. His wife had left him. He lost custody of his son. He became isolated. He spent long hours alone in the industrial yard. Investigators soon brought him in for questioning. What happened next shocked everyone. Metheny confessed. He admitted to killing both women. He described how he had lured vulnerable individuals into his trailer. He spoke calmly, without hesitation. According to prosecutors, he showed no remorse. He also made disturbing claims about disposing of evidence. Some of these claims could not be proven, and investigators focused only on what evidence confirmed: 2 murders, and the assault that Rita survived. His confession matched the physical evidence. The burial locations, the timeline, the victims, everything aligned. Metheny was arrested and charged. During his trial, the court reviewed the evidence carefully. The jury listened to testimony. They heard his own words. He was convicted of 2 counts of murder. Initially, he was sentenced to death. But after appeals, the sentence was overturned. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole. According to court records, he never expressed genuine remorse. He spent the rest of his life behind bars. In August 2017, Joe Metheny died in prison at the age of 62. His crimes left lasting scars, not just on the victims' families, but on an entire community, because his crimes did not happen in secret wilderness. They happened in plain sight, near workplaces, near roads, near ordinary life. Sometimes danger does not hide far away. Sometimes it lives quietly, where no one thinks to look. And sometimes it only takes one survivor to bring the truth into the light. Follow for more real crime stories